The conqueror worm summons his disciples to stalk the nightlife and to entertain the emotionally jaded when it's television time. Thus a hitman went to Pixie Town in a shocking turn of events, where the well-dressed and humble suck on mint leaves at their wits' end. If you listen closely, you can almost hear their hopeless dreams. The ones caught up in bloodied seams designed by royalty, a culture beckoning depravity to a shameless degree, where used up and tossed around needles beg to kiss your feet, and fecal matter substitutes in every other face of concrete. This used to be a lovely place, or so me thinks. But as long as I got a pocket full of my shiny white teeth, there's still a doll on the corner waiting for me with a jacket made of meat, where toil meets trouble, where numbness meets grief, where fate can be decided by a walking Bible or a pocket knife covered in grease. But what's the nighttime without a grand armadillo race of my design, mindless entertainment for the jaded cunts of the city life, and lying on his side, waiting for the chance to escape with his family somewhere nice. My Johnny Armadillo, my best runner, it's time to enter the limelight. A young bastard in the ranks of virile fucks who know this game too much. They'd rather spit on your grave and rob you at gunpoint just to gamble their hunch. Remember, there's always a faster armadillo just like you for sale. Run like you meet it, or cease attachment to all that is frail. But Johnny Armadillo bears the burden of a psyche doubting his luck, accompanied by shadows of a damaged dictionary beckoning him to give a fuck. Take a chance on your name, and bleed for a change. Take a step onto the track for your final race. But a hitman in the city is not even a speck of the worry for the cash cow. There is no business as profitable and entertaining as a death in Pixie Town. Not even a meter from the starting line. He was made into an object in front of the city life. A red mist was posted online, and thus another year to thrive in this hellhole of a gold mine. The crowd cheered for the spectacle they called the taking of another man's life. For there is nothing more precious as life than death in the public eye. A photo of blood-stained synthetic rubber with a cadaver lying supine. What once was a decent, hard-working man is now but a portrait of the time. No runner was to be declared victorious in this long-awaited race. But tonight's true winner, if you dare ask, a dimwit with a camera at the right time, in the right place. And Johnny Armadillo, your sacrifice will not go in vain. Maybe in death, you'll have your own show on Netflix someday. A dream I had 5 winters ago. You were the tree standing lonesome in the breeze, just waiting for the spring, and me, I was the snow. You were the doll on the corner, with a shoulder for when I mourn her. An artificial lover with teeth for my frown, like some sort of plastic for when I'm down. Now I'm the gargoyle on your roof. I'm the pebble in your shoe. I'm half a dream you had as a child that never quite came true. So many ways we can make this disappear and fade into romantic moonlight. But in the absence of memory, I've been reduced to a mime, a preposterous sarcophagus of a moment forever lost in time. To death, or in Sodom, to forever exist as a wrinkle on your mind. And you'll take a second or two, 'cause you want to get drunk. Now desire's kicking in, and tonight you want to find love. And you're burning discontent at the bottom of your knees. But you don't seem to mind the ache, 'cause you do exactly what you please. And I'm feeling lively that you came, though that wasn't quite my goal. It's like you're just a fuck away from being half the blood vessels in my soul. But it's not funny anymore. And it wasn't funny then. Now you want to turn your back on me to mess around with your friends. I want to free bleed into your canteen and open up your seams. Take a closer look at me and admit I'm not what you dreamed. I want to curse the air you breathe and haunt you for eternity. I'll take a closer look at you, and I'll admit nothing is as it seems. But I'm still very lonely, and writing words I don't want to believe. Will you wait for me with a pocket full of teeth and a jacket made of meat? Or do I give up on the idea of two human beings and sigh in relief? Is my life an accumulation of moments to look back on in disbelief? Or is your shadow on the wall something worth contemplating? Nothing feels sacred anymore. I found only discomfort in the knowledge of my journal's existence. Page after page, personal thoughts, memories, and secrets, all stored in a physical object for anyone to happen upon by chance or by force. My comfort level with a replica of my brain existing on paper has been the center of my apprehension. Who will read Penny Dreadful? To quote July 21st, 2021, I will share my light, I will share my darkness. You will do the same, or else you will burn, and I forget all we've been through. This is the burning of Penny Dreadful.
I stress and obsess over what everyone thinks about me. I'm too busy trying to impress and please everyone, because now I have to try to fit in again. I can't be myself anymore. I'm back to feeling like this alien or like this horrible monster that people see and keep their distance from, and I can't relax. I'm so desperately seeking attention and approval, and trying so hard to make people find me interesting. And the truth is I'm not. Just a broken shell of a person. You don't have to let people in. You don't have to tell people everything. You can say no when someone wants to get to know you. I guess I never realized that was a choice. In my desperate attempts to be felt, heard, seen, understood, I cut myself open for everyone to see. Why? I've been struggling with ego. At first I thought ego was just another fancy word for pride. And though they can coincide, I've been struggling with the sense of who I am, what I'm doing, my motives, the places I go and take up. I struggle with this idea that everyone can see right through me and will rip me apart. That everything I'm doing is wrong, and I don't belong. And it's starting to affect the things I want to do, where I want to go, who I want to be. Everyone who sees me can tell there's something wrong with me, judging me. How do I stop caring? How do I turn it off? How do I be okay with myself? How do I stop thinking everyone is out to get me? That everyone hates me? Does anyone actually care? Is any of this really happening? Or is it just my insecurities and overthinking? But I just need to relax and calm down and really think about what I'm doing, what I'm saying, and think about what I'm thinking. Shit. Is that overthinking? I want so badly to be someone who can help, fix, and heal people. But time and time again, I keep coming back to knowing I can't help those who don't want it. I keep trying to fix others when it's not my job. For so long, I kept being told I can't help anyone until I help myself. And I think for once I get it. I became so obsessed and convinced that if I can fix this person, I can fix myself alongside her. Her problems became my problems. And I wanted to give nothing but solutions. That was so unfair of me. Because they weren't my problems. I ignored everything that was going on with me and I ended up becoming worse. I stopped taking care of myself. I'm still going to be someone who wants to help and heal. Someone who refuses to be selfish to my detriment. But is that so wrong in a world of selfishness? I can offer advice, I can give my opinion, but I can't help. If I couldn't help the person I love the most in my life, how am I to help anyone? Especially when I can't even help myself. And it hurts because all I want to do is help, love, and fix everyone. So it breaks my heart to know I'm incapable and will never be able to. My best friend told me I am a recovering addict. Not only from drugs and alcohol, but from love and my feelings. And that hit me really hard. Because love is what's hurt me the most. I take pride in my cautiousness and the walls I put up. I'm not easily distracted. I'm not easily wooed. Because I think with my heart, and not with my mind. What were you thinking? It's my pathetic attempt at trying to be funny. But it's true. And I could say this is also to my detriment. Because over and over again, my heart has been wrong, and my mind knew it. But I ignore it, and I always choose my heart. What's the point in being kind, loving, and caring when you have no one to share it with? What's the point in loving when no one wants your love? When love is my only redeeming quality, the only thing I have to offer to anyone, and when no one wants my love, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to feel? Self-destruction and self-hatred is all I have for myself. And it's gonna burn out all the love I have to share before I can do something with it. I just hope this is all for a good reason. That it's coming. It's so muddy and hard to see, but I hope it is. The world's my oyster right now. Endless possibilities. And with that, I think we can finally close this door. I don't have to hold in this hurt anymore. So here's to a start of something new. Pleasure and fucking bliss. But this is what happens when you plan too far ahead. This is what happens when you get so lost and to try to turn something into something it's not. This is a desperate attempt to let go.
Hello. We haven't done this in a while. We haven't been on camera or really done any work. We've been busy. And it's, interesting because we're doing this at, like, the birthplace of Creature Features. First ever expedition, first ever thing we recorded was here, at this very spot. We got bad news. And good news. Mostly bad news for now. Do you want me to read it exactly like this? The burden of being adults has kind of caught up to us. The biggest thing is that we were doing those live performances, which was the Unknown Space on Ice. Shout out you if you came to one of those. Shout out you also if you watched any of the recordings of that. And any of like the smaller events that we did as well, if you were there, supported us. We love you. Tom was dealing with school. I was dealing with work. We were both dealing with like some serious personal stuff. And then we just like couldn't get our actors and stuff together and find a spot and time where we all could meet up and do everything. So eventually we decided we're just gonna take a break. That break was to do the live performances, and then we were gonna come back and finish this year. But then, you know, life happens, and we didn't get to finish this year. We wanted Creature Features to be over we wanted Creature Features to be finished, and the final episode, or final field, to come out this month. However, that's not the case. So, with that being said, Creature Features is going to be broken up into 2 parts. Everything that you've seen so far, as well as this, technically not this, but everything you've seen that's in like the Creature Features realm, it's part 1. Part 2 is coming next year. We don't necessarily have a timeline on it. It is going to be probably a little bit slower than this year. We may or may not do a field per month. We just want to really perfect this, and we don't want to rush it. And we kind of are reaching out a little bit more because we want to work with the very talented people that we know and have got to meet over the last year. So that way we have more hands on this. And it's more other people's projects as well as ours. So yeah, we apologize for the delay, and we apologize for not having it done. But yeah, some very special people we want to thank. All the people that have helped us out with this, such as our actors and our artists. Eric Gomez, Josh Tovar, Luis Lua, Jacob Dominguez, Jake Enos, Alexander Sains, Eli Eberhardt, and Talon German. Also our artists, Ali Liberty, Hadia Khan, and Sam Maldonado, also known as Really C. Also, special shout out to you guys, the audience. I really appreciate your love and your support and taking the time to watch all this stuff and taking time to share our stuff as well. And we really appreciate your patience because this hasn't been easy to make this decision, and the things we've been going through haven't been easy either. But we really, like I said, we really want to make this perfect and the best we can. And the only way we can do that is by slowing down, even more than we've already slowed down. Like I was saying earlier, we were trying really hard to work incredibly hard to push out our work consistently every month. And that was something that Tom wanted to do. He wanted to get it done throughout the year, one a month. Unfortunately, we just weren't able to do that. And like I said, we don't want to rush this. But yeah, thank you. We really love you, and we really appreciate you. So we hope to see you soon. Stick around. There's going to be some cool shit next year, and the upcoming years, actually. If you happen to get a chance to catch us at a live show or a poetry reading, do it. It'd be cool to see you. We would really love to see you. Take care.